everyone, it's Alex from Mountain Gate Farm and Flowers, a little artisan flower farm and florist based on a mountain just outside of Wrexham, about 7 or 8 miles away from us. And we're here on a very, very windy, blustery and a bit cold, quite frankly, and I think it's about to rain, October morning. And I'm really counting down the time until we get our first frost now, which means bye-bye annuals, bye-bye dahlias. So I thought what I'd do today is just have a quick chat and show you my favourite dahlias from this year, and also some mistakes that I've made as well, which I'm sure I'll repeat again next year, but hey-ho. So I'm absolutely besotted with dahlias. I think they are fabulous group of plants. They're probably, if I could only have one group of plants, it would definitely be dahlias. They just come in such a massive variety of shapes, forms, colours, textures, and I just think they're absolutely stunning, and I don't think anybody could not find a dahlia that they didn't absolutely love. So I've had some mixed success growing dahlias here at Mountain Gate, and I've been trying various different methods over the years. I've got some in pots, I've got some in the ground. I haven't yet tried taking cuttings, but I'm going to do that next year to see if I can increase my stock a bit more that way. And I always overwinter them here by digging them up, washing them off, letting them dry and storing them, because our weather here is quite extreme. And we do get a lot of cold weather, a lot of snow over the winter months, so I'm just too scared to leave them in the ground. I might do it with the odd one that I'm not very fond of and don't particularly mind if it comes back or not, but as a rule I'll dig up all of my dahlia tubers that I want to use for next year. And that also means that I can split them to increase my plant stock as well, as long as I don't lose the labels, which I did on a few last year and had a few surprises. So I think I'm going to start with one that I was really surprised that I liked so much, and it's this little white pom-pom here. And this is a white aster dahlia, and it's, if I just put my hand behind it for size, it's been absolutely fantastic. It has been so floriferous. It has just pumped out flowers for me all season. So I'm definitely going to split those tubers, increase my stock, and I may even buy a few others, because with it being a pom-pom dahlia, the vase life's really good as well. And it's a lovely sort of pure white colour. Just you can't really see, it doesn't even really fade to much of a green or a yellow in the middle either. So super useful for adding to all sorts of bouquets and arrangements. And another one that always does really well for me here, which is an absolute stalwart of the garden, is this little pom-pom. So this is Dark Spirit, and she always flowers for me first out of all the dahlias, by a good few weeks actually, and just carries on flowering until the frost get her in the end. But really useful little pom-pom for a lovely little pop of that gorgeous deep red colour. Really like that one. And now to an absolute classic, the Cafe au Lait. Love this, absolutely love it. Gorgeous colours, really lovely form. The only thing that I find a little frustrating, which I know a lot of people do, is she has a flippity floppity head. So it can be quite difficult to sit, particularly in hand tie arrangements. Great for other types of arrangement where you can sort of pop them in the chicken wire and move the heads around a bit, but can be quite tricky to use on a hand tie. So what I tend to do is give it a bit of support. So something like, and this is an enormous piece of sedum, I would trim that down before I put it in a hand tie. But you can give her a bit of support by resting her on something that's a little bit more solid. So always love Cafe au Lait. Yes, it's tricky with the angle of the head to use properly or easily in a hand tie, but I'll always persist because she's just so pretty. So next on my list is something that I'm not really very sure about. And it is another cafe au lait, but this time it's a cafe au lait rose. And I'm just not sure I like the colour. I love pink, so I'm really struggling with this, but there's just something about this cafe au lait rose that I'm not quite liking. I'm going to give it another go next year and see if I like it a bit more then, because she does have great stems, great form, but I'm just not 100% about the colour. But now for my absolute favourite. This is the best dahlia ever. Blackjack. You might be able to see, I hope you can, on the screen. She is a stunning colour. So deep. Lovely, lovely form. And what is very exciting, excuse this does have a slightly bendy stem, but normally absolutely brilliant, strong stems, nice and long, but also her head sits upright. Great for arranging in hand ties. This is my absolute favourite dahlia. And it's the first year I've actually grown this one. And I grew it because my lovely friend Jess from Meadow Flowers gave me a tuber, and it's just been fantastic. It's grown to nearly as tall as me, and it's been really floriferous, so super productive dahlia, absolutely gorgeous. This is my favourite, and I will be increasing my stock a lot for next year. So this might be a controversial one. This dahlia here is Cornell Bronze, and she's sort of an orangey, bronzy, orangey colour. Another nice pom-pom, nice useful size, great stems, strong, straight. I don't know if I like it, and I know it's very popular, but I really struggle with sort of orangey shades and yellows. Actually, I'm not a big fan of yellow either, but I'm not sure, which is a shame because she's done really well for me. I've only got about 3 or 4 plants, and the number of flowers I've been cropping off them have been brilliant, but not sure about the colour. It does look quite nice with blackjack, but I'm getting more fond of it now it's autumn and we're moving into the autumn shades of the reds and the oranges, but I'm still not convinced. This has been my dahlia mistake of the year, the biggest one anyway. Honker Black. Now, I saw this is the first year I've grown this one, and I thought, wow, that is really cool. And imagine that really popping out of an arrangement. It's quite a statement with those almost like a star-shaped flower. And it's grown like a billio. It's just bushed out. It's very bushy. It's a big plant, and I've got about 3 of them out in the cutting patch, so they're taking up an awful lot of room, and it's absolutely chucking out flowers and has done for months now, but it's got absolutely rubbish vase life. I've tried cutting it when it's only just opening. I've tried cutting it when it's a little bit more open. This one here is obviously very open, but the petals fall so quickly, so I'm not really confident enough to use it, because obviously I want my flowers to last for my customers. So I'd say a great addition to a garden flower bed. It's pretty, it's different. It's a super deep red colour, but not one for me for floristry. So those tubers will be dug up and given away to somebody that wants them in their flower bed rather than their cutting patch. So they're just some of the dahlias we grow here at Mountain Gate. I'm growing quite a lot of Linda's baby dahlia, but I don't have one here, I don't think. No, I don't. I've liked that, but it's not, for some reason I put all those tubers in large pots, and they've just not been as productive as some of my other stock. But again, I'll persist with that because I think the colour's fabulous. It's sort of pink but has almost a luminosity of yellow in it. So I'll definitely be using that next year. And I've also, because I'm scared of the frost taking away all my lovely dahlias, so I've already started collating my list that I'm going to grow next year as well. I'm going to try a lot of new varieties next year, so any suggestions would be very welcome. And colourways, I'll be doing pinks, purples. I've seen some really gorgeous whites that are tinged with lavender on the edge of the petals. Definitely going to get some of those because they'd be wonderful for wedding work. So I'm super excited about making my list for dahlias next year because they're not going to be around for much longer. So that's all for me from today. I'm absolutely freezing. Our farmhouse is pretty damned old, pretty damn drafty, and my studio is in the house. And I have to say I've got about 3 layers on. So I've put my new pinny on from Lucy and Yak to cheer me up because it's nice and bright. So I'm going to go outside where it's actually a bit warmer than in the house and go and do some jobs out there. So hopefully see you soon. If you liked any of the stories or flowers that you've seen today, please do like the video, and it would be wonderful if you could subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye.